Hello, hello, hello. How are you this great and wonderful Sunday? Well, it's Sunday for me. It might not be Sunday for you. I hope you are doing well. I have had a good day so far. I, I'm still a kid at heart at times. I got myself a coloring book. I'm doing a little bit, giving Iron Man a new look. With a set of markers I got. They are they're brush tipped, so that's cool. I got them cheap. Got them at the dollar store. 12 of them for $5. Sorry, $4. So that is how I am doing this bright and wonderful day. I hope you, as I said, I hope you are doing well. Um, as it always is on a Sunday, this is not at noon. Um, 5 o'clock. I figured I'd just give myself some time to get home or relax after church. I've been home for about 3 hours. Well, yeah, about 3 hours. But that's what Sunday is about, rest, right? And well, so we are in the book of Matthew. As I said, out with the old and in with the new. And really, that's not the best way to describe it because we cannot forget the Old Testament. The Old Testament speaks of the coming of Christ. It promises his coming, and it speaks how he'll live to a degree and how he'll die. It speaks of this and then more. So we can't forget the old. It's not out with the old and in with the new. It's out of the old comes the new. Maybe that's even wrong. But it's in with the new and holding the old. I don't know. I think I had it earlier before I got on the broadcast, but I forget. So, anyways, we are in Matthew, one of the four accounts of Christ's life, birth, life, and resurrection and ascension. Um, it's four different people telling it from four different points of view. It's just no different as view, and a few of your buddies seen the same event. You'd tell it slightly different. Now, yes, not all of them saw it, but they got it from somebody who did. These gospels, all of them, were written within 70 years of, I think less than 70 years of time of Christ's life. People were still alive that could counteract this stuff. The stuff that we have today, that for Julius Caesar and all that, and the Iliad and other ones, they are like, I think the closest one is like 300 years away. There was nobody to counteract anything that said, yet we take it for fact. Don't mistake, don't mistake the New Testament as not being reliable. Check into it. It's reliable. Only a few wackos out there would say it's not. Any historian worth his spit would say it's worth. And I know I got into a bit of a tirade there. Sorry. Um, I'm just giving a little bit of history to what I know, to what I've learned in my studies, for lack of a better way of saying in my research or whatever, through listening to different accounts. So I think now I'll just go on. I'm going to read the blurb at the front of my Matthew, front of my each book that's in here. Matthew writes this gospel to emphasize how Jesus fulfills God's promises from the Old Testament. See, as I said, it's not with the old. We need the old is part of stuff from the Old Testament. He includes numerous sayings of Jesus about living as one of his disciples and as a member of the church, concluding with the command of Jesus to make disciples of all nations. As you read this book, ask yourself whether you're living as a disciple of Jesus, as well as how you can tell others the story of Jesus. So that is that. We are reading from Matthew chapter 21, verse 28, I think, a few verses. It's called the parable of the two sons. I will now share my screen. Uh, yeah, the parable of the two sons, Matthew 21, the NIV version, New International Version, and verse 28. What do you think? There was a man who had two sons. He went to the first son and said, "Son, go out and work today in the vineyard." "I will not," he answered. But later he changed his mind and went. Then the father went to the other son and said the same thing. He answered, "I will, sir." But he did not go. Which of the two did what his father wanted? "The first," they answered. Jesus said to them, "Truly, I tell you, the tax collector and the prostitutes are entering the kingdom of God ahead of you. For John came to you to show you the way of righteousness, and you did not believe him. But the tax collectors and the prostitutes did. And even after you saw this, you did not repent and believe him." Wow. Wow. You know, it's all right to say no. Somebody asks you to do something, it's all right to say no. And it probably would have been all right for him not to do it either. He never said that he would. The first son, this is I'm talking about. But he did eventually. He did go and do what his father asked. Maybe it might take you some time. Maybe you need something to change your mind in your day. It doesn't say what changed his mind, why he decided to go work. We're not even told why he said no at first. He just said, "No, I'm not going to go do it," for whatever reason. We don't know. It doesn't really matter. He said no. The father accepted it. He didn't. In this parable, we don't see the father arguing with him about it. And as far as I would conclude from this, it's later, he went away. The father went away and asked. I probably went then to ask the other son, who said he would. Now I can't say for sure, but we don't know when the first son changed his mind. Did he change it 2 seconds later? Or did he change it an hour or two later? It doesn't matter. He changed his mind. He went and did it, you know? And that's all right that he changed his mind too. He didn't give his word to say that he would do it. And we got to remember, when we're going to say something, we have to absolutely try our best to do it because that is your word. We're only as good as our word. If you say you're going to do something, then do it. You know, come high or high water. Well, maybe high water or something like that. If there's a legitimate reason not to do it, yeah, fine. You know, people understand. But I have been alluding to, with the second guy, the second son, he said he would do it, and then he didn't. If you're not going to be reliable, who do you think the father would count on to do something after this? The first son or the second son? Probably not the second son, because he gave his word that he would, and then he didn't. You need to be reliable. Show yourself reliable. You know, and if your word means nothing to people, then to them you're going to be a joke. And I know that's might be a little harsh, but so let's try and be like the first son here. You know, yeah, maybe we're not always going to feel like doing what we're asked, and maybe we'll say no. And again, that's all right. But then it's all right to change your mind too and go do it. But let's not be like the second son and say we're going to do something, don't do it. As Christians, that's not a good idea because then the world looks at us and says, "Yeah, right." You you guys don't say you're going to do something and then you don't. We need to be better as Christians in that way. And I'm not sure exactly how he was trying to put this towards the tax collectors and all that. Well, tax collectors and prostitutes especially prostitutes, have always been thought to be scum. And that's good, bad. It's up to you to decide. And tax collectors were thought to be scum back then too. As you can see here, they're thought to be no different than prostitutes, not much better. In some ways, we think that about tax collectors today. So I know especially for the people in the states that might be listening, you guys, the IRS, you guys think those people are scum of the earth, to say it nicely. But these people, you know, it says they're going to enter the kingdom of God ahead of you. They know they're the scum of the earth. We can't think of ourselves as so much better than these people. And that's what I think he was talking to the religious leaders, and they thought they were so much better than these people. We as Christians can't think we're better than other people just because we've, accepted God's gift. That doesn't make us any better. It makes us maybe a little smarter, but it doesn't make us better. We need to be humble and then humble doesn't mean, in my opinion, doesn't mean, I'm not sure how to put it. Humble more means not acting like you're better than somebody, although maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe you have it all together, but humbleness means, acting like you don't have it all together. Well, you probably don't, but I'm talking in circles. I think you've got my idea from this, from my thoughts. Hopefully that you have liked my thoughts. Comment about them. Since there's nobody here to comment right now, I hope you've liked what I said. So I guess it's on with the next portion, which would be revamping some characters, remastering. This is chill. And from him, you will get a cold shoulder. Literally. No, he is part of a group I call the Mighty Warriors. They exist in the little season to which Satan is loosed, that is referred to in the book of Revelation when Satan is loose for a little season. It's going to be my Legion of Superhero era. I like the Legion of Superheroes. The first 7 of the group are going to be all descendants of the original Holy Warriors. And this, I think I said, is chill time. He himself does not have powers. It is the suit that gives him powers. And I'm not going to say exactly how he gets the suit at this point. That's going to be part of the storyline when these guys are introduced. But I can tell you well, as I said, the powers aren't natural. He is actually the descendant of the flame. Yes, one of the flame's ancestors or descendants is going to use cold based powers. I just thought that would be interesting. What's also interesting is the descendant of, although I'm not sure, I think I've done it already. I'm not sure whether I did it on one of these. The descendant of Snowdrift has, again, she doesn't have powers in and of herself. She has a suit that gives her heat-based powers. I just thought it would be neat to mix the two up. The one that had the descendant with, or the ancestor that had cold-based powers, goes for heat-based, and the one that had the ancestor with heat-based powers went with cold-based powers. Or got cold-based powers, however you want to say it. I just thought it would be an interesting twist. Now I've actually told you, so it's not much of a twist, is it? I guess it's still a bit of a twist, but I have decided for this in redoing it, remastering it. I'm not gonna because of the he's got a shirt underneath this vest type thing. I'm not gonna show his muscles through the vest, his chest muscles that is, because I started thinking that they would not be shown. Ah, itchy eye. Oh, hello to everybody who's come in. No, my luck is just my mom. Oh, you're not on watching. Okay. Somebody's in my chat. Pardon? What'd you say? Yeah, I've been on for like half an hour. It's 5 o'clock. I've been almost finished one character. So, depending on what happens in the chat. Well, hello to whomever is here. Eh, dead. Welcome. Feel free to ask anything. Taking out the bottom. Don't need that anymore. Don't. only one watching, just me. I don't know what color his eyes are offhand. I know I got a profile somewhere for him, but I don't feel like getting it at the moment, so we're gonna just go with blue. Stick with the blue motif. So, my friends, that is chill time. Let's save him as an AI. That way I can come and change anything anytime to this. No, we don't need a PDF version. And let's export him as a PNG. We'll save that in our PNG folder. So that is Drift. I didn't really have the characters to connect the two sun thing today. So this is my character Drift. She is a villain. I do not know much about her, just saying for her name. I'm just thinking again, she might have cold based powers and she might be evil clone version of Snowdrift. But I can't say that for sure. Uh, uh, try to. Is that going to be too thick? Yeah, that's too thick. I think I'm going to go back down to one. It's gonna be so difficult to color the hair, but I think it's gonna look a heaven of a lot better too. Okay, so how do we do this hand there? Hello to whomever. Hey, Chad. How are you tonight? Or this afternoon, more accurately, especially for you. I hate that hand. I'm drawing my villain named Drift. Um, I don't know a lot about her. Oh, hello to whoever else has come in. Like I was saying, I don't know a lot about her. Um, I think at one point I was thinking she might be an evil clone version of my character Snowdrift, but that is not written in stone as of yet. I do believe she has cold-based powers, drift that is. So that's probably one reason why I was thinking that. I had the name, I had this drawing, and then I finally at one point decided to give the drawing to this name. So now I've got to conquer this hand. Just trying to think how to redo this hand or whether I should redo it in a different way or not. Because that hand there looks terrible, and somehow I think no matter how I try and draw this in the same position, it's going to look just as terrible. Why can't I get the hand to suit the arm, the body? Oh no, I'm just getting silly. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, that's going in the right direction. That's oh man, one stupid head. Oh, that's. I think I've. Yep, helps when I got the Hello to whomever has come in again. Okay. I haven't seen it. I wasn't really planning on going to see it. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even know there was any other ones to it. Oh, The Conjuring of 1 and 2. Those I've heard of. I didn't know The Nun was supposed to be part of those movies. Okay, so let's see. I'll probably end up having to use my graphics pad still, but so yep. I'm not even. Okay. And okay, so I now know not to go see the that movie. Not that I was going to, as I said, but Okay, so let's see. Well, good thing I don't have cable and don't watch TV a lot. I haven't seen any of the ads for it. I watch a lot of videos. That's about it. I got a whole bunch of DVDs. Okay, that needs to be. Done something about. So, any requests for Tuesday night for drawing? Since Guko's done? Guko? Green? Green Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Okay. So Jason. No, not Jason. Tommy. Sorry. Tommy. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the bottom there because we now no longer need it. Tommy with his dragon dagger. Tomorrow, I am going to be doing one of my villains. And I'm really going to have to take my time on this. So, Green Ranger. Oh, yeah? Oh, as go Green Ranger, go. Go, 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 Green Ranger. Go, go, Green Ranger, go. Go, 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 Green Ranger, go. Eh, eh. Make sure we got everything. Yeah, it looks like we got everything. So there is drift. So let me write that. Oh, yabba hubba hubba. Just gonna write that down on a. Oh, I forgot we did have somebody for Tuesday. Ichigo Hollow Form. We'll put you down for Wednesday. Unless we get on that one early. Depending on the timing of that, so. I'll put original Green Ranger. Right, Bob drawing. I forgot, but when I opened up the book that I'm doing, so. Oh, have it. Oh, no. PNG. Do we have Toxic on here? Are you trying to say I'm getting old? That's why it's happening a lot. Just teasing. Okay, so do PNG. Here's the guy I'm doing tomorrow night. My villain Toxico. So that is Drift. I already did the first character for the day, and that was Chill Time! Character with cold based powers. Again. Yeah, so at least once a week I'm going to do one of my characters, and then I'll probably try and take requests for the rest of the week. Actually, maybe I'll try and do a battle one, expand to two characters battling one day. Maybe I'll make that a Friday one or something. I don't know. Wanna start mixing it up, giving you guys some value for your money. Oh, one sec. There's no money involved here. But yeah, man. The more stuff will draw more people in, hopefully. Can you imagine me having a schedule of a month worth of characters? You want to get your character, order a week in advance, order a month in advance. So, well, just me and you here. Anything you can think of to talk about? I don't know. I don't think the well, what John Quash? Oh, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Some big top guy at Marvel. I know is squawking off about different things in Comics Gate. Let's see. Name here. Joe Casada. I think you know who I mean. There's my mom watching. Can always tell when my mom's watching. I can hear my voice. Coming from somewhere other than my mouth. You seen this Serena Williams thing? No, I haven't. What's that about? Or does somebody have a video on it that I might need to see? Or would I want to see it? All the stuff that happened this week is just, or last week, is just pathetic, especially with John Delarose reading stuff into what he's saying that he's not saying about himself. And then, you know, from what I hear about what Vox Day believes, yeah, sure, he's a moron, but, doesn't mean you don't be friends with him, especially she flipped out and pulled ESPN. Okay. Guess it might be a video. Very funny video. But yeah, all the stuff this week in Comics Gauge was crazy. Huh? Oh. I'm trying. My mom wanted me to try and stop yawning. I guess she's seeing it and it's catching. So, do they have a video of this woman flipping out on ESPN up on YouTube somewhere? Do I like just type in Serena Williams and it's like the first thing to come up? She pulled the Yeah, she pulled the gender card on a female. Okay, how do you pull the female gender card on another female? Okay, okay, so I'm gonna see whether I can find this. Oh, I might have heard something about this. Yeah, when I was in the dollar store, I think I heard about it over the thing. And she got fined like $17,000 from what I hear. I'll have to watch it. Just give me. I won't watch it right now. It's like 14 minutes. Oh, hello to everybody who's in here. Oh, we had a fourth person watching. I'll have to watch it, but see everything. I like now that I know what it's about or whatever. It's seeing the little thumbnails. I remember hearing about it earlier in my when I was at the store over the radio. I don't remember all the details, but it sounds like it stupid and funny at the same time. You know what? I'm gonna try putting the HTTP. Let's see. I'm gonna check something out here. HTTP colon slash save changes. Yeah, it's well, I don't know enough to say it's funny that the no charges. Oh, oh, finally, I know how to do it now. Okay, now you're watching from your room, mother. I can't hear. I can barely hear you from your room talking. Okay, so now I know how to get the. So, so I wonder whether there'll be any charges in the next few days for her. I'm not sure exactly what she did. I know enough, to be fined. It's like $17,000 against her. Well, if you're cheating, you're cheating. If you weren't cheating, then try and prove it. Don't just say, "Ah!" Just don't spaz out. Gave her an advantage too. Well, the Serena is probably not going to be getting a lot of matches if she acts that way. She's probably going to be given maybe another chance to play right, and then if she doesn't, well, forget even say she wasn't actually cheating. Forget whether she was cheating her. Well, you can't really forget that, but if she can prove that she wasn't cheating, then just her response, it's not going to win her any good stuff to being called a cheater. Yeah, definitely a sore loser. I think I saw from these pics. Serena's were they both black or just the one? Yeah, I heard something about coaching. She was talking to her coach, which is against the rules during play. Yeah, that is. I remember that something about coaching or whatever. I was only half paying attention because it wasn't something that completely interested me. Naomi is Japanese. Okay, so okay, and Serena is black, right? Okay, this one woman, or if it's supposed to be a woman, does not really look much like a woman. Looks this one black. Hey, Space, how are you? We're just sort of talking about the Serena Williams thing. I don't know a lot about it. Chad knows a little bit more than me. The tennis match, Serena Williams versus. She has dark skin. Serena is a She-Hulk. Yeah. It's just like I'm thinking this is as a man thinking it's a lady. Yeah. Yeah, no prob space. Okay, I gotta watch this, I guess. Hopefully I don't get in much trouble. From Latvia, Anastasia Sevastova. Oh no. Wrong match. Okay, let's see. I think we all feel that way. Shocking. Her display of power and play was fantastic. Serena and the controversy will be something this tournament will be remembered for. Have you ever seen anything like this in all your years? I'm probably the oldest one here. So I've seen more matches. I've never seen anything like this in my entire career, commentating or playing. And I felt so sad for Serena, and I felt sad for Naomi too, because I just hope it doesn't take away. This is the biggest win of her career, winning her first Grand Slam, and also being the first Japanese, making history for Japan. But there was just a little undertone, and it wasn't, the ending we expected. Yeah, it certainly wasn't. Let's go through the highlights and then let's break down what happened and frankly talk about if it was deserved and what else could have been done. First set, Osaka's serving at 4-1. She quickly got up a couple of breaks. Serena comes in and look at Osaka, what she does. Now this is a strategy we saw. Incredible. This was a great point, Serena. Osaka saves the break point. She did so many times. 13. Okay, so okay, I'll watch enough for now. Yeah, which doesn't really make sense. It's not like she was just going against another woman, so what do you have against a Japanese woman winning? You lost fair and square. You know the rules of the game. One thing's for sure, she's not what I think of Serena. Anyways, what I would never think a tennis player looks like, at least for build. Uh, you're built a bit stockier than the person against you. Maybe they can, move a little faster if they're not quite as stocky. Skill plays a part of it too. Skill is skill. Like, is this the first match this woman has ever lost? Has she gotten away with playing, doing these things that she did in this thing before, and this ref just wasn't going to take it? I don't know. I don't follow tennis too much, so, and I know you probably don't know either. It's just questions you got to sort of ask yourself. So a few years ago, she got accused of cheating too. So she's done this on a regular basis. Well, maybe not a regular basis, but or maybe she has, and she's gotten away with it somehow. Back then, she was fined $10,000 and had no charges. Well, the money's gone up. Well, the question is, what would be the charges? I don't know exactly what she did, so she didn't beat any. As far as I know, she didn't beat anybody up. So you can't accuse her of assault. She threw her racket, broke it. That's against the quote unquote rules in the tennis. Fair, not fair play, but the sportsmanship rules of the tennis. So you can't really charge her for damaging her own property. Yelling at the ref, again, it's or the way that she yelled at the ref or whatever. Again, probably against the rules of the tennis thing, but she threatened another guy. Well, depends on whether the guy takes the threat seriously or not, whether he wants to charge her. That's what it comes down to. How, for something like that, how credible he thinks the threat is, or maybe he thinks she's not going to do it, no matter which way. And so he's, like not worried about charging her. You know, people threaten people all the time. Some people take it more seriously than others and do something about it. Some don't. So that's sort of catch 52. But maybe she'll learn by more by this $17,000 thing. I don't know how much she was getting to do a match, and then if she keeps acting like this, I'm not sure whether she has sponsors, but she'll slowly lose her sponsors too. So because sponsors don't want to be that. Yeah, it's against the rules in sports, but does that make so she can be fined for that by the tennis corporation or whatever it is that she's under that's already fined her $10,000. I know $17,000, and maybe that's part of the fines in there. But unless there's a way to charge her via the police, you know, unless the guy wants to charge her, via the police, you know, no charges from the police are going to be laid. You know, maybe she needs to be suspended, or I don't know. Like I said, I'm going by the little bit I can remember from the thing, and probably more from what you're telling me here, and a little bit of common. I'd take common sense or whatever. What I know about law and I'm not sure what country this was in, and every country's laws are different too. There's that. But I think it said U.S. Open, so it was probably in the U.S. So there's something about the U.S. I thought I saw. So it's crazy. I'll admit that, But maybe she's gonna have to lose some sponsors or whatever. I'm not sure how tennis works in that ways. Like is it like baseball where somebody owns the team and you're your own entity, but does Nike Sport sponsor her and give her shoes or whatever? Well, her tennis shoes or her racket or whatever. You know, she's going to be pulling this stuff. You would think somebody like a company like Nike would. She's got Nike. Okay, well, big name like that. I went with a big name. Well, I figure she's a big name in tennis. Like I said, I don't really follow tennis, so. But if she's gonna pull this stuff, you would think Nike would eventually, if she pulls it enough, Nike's gonna want to, distance themselves from her. But then again, maybe they'll be because they seem to be woke at the moment. Maybe they'll go broke. They want to play the identity politics. They don't want to, distance themselves. Oh, she's black. We can't distance ourselves from her. Although she's pulling this crap. Well, then less and less people will want to have anything to do with you, Nike, and you'll make less and less money. I know Nike, just the other day they did one of these identity politics things or whatever, and now they don't want to have, a lot of people don't want to have anything to do with them. So it's just, it's crazy. Now I'm dealing in a whole lot of hypotheticals. I realize that. This is the second time she's done it. It's like you said, it was a few years ago. She did the same thing a few years ago. So it's establishing itself as a pattern, you know, twice in how many ever years isn't necessarily a pattern, but it could easily become a pattern in my in this guy's point of view. Like I said, I'm no expert on anything. I'm just thinking of trying to think of everything, trying to think of about it from different points of view. I think I am. She's got woke sponsors. Yep, it seems like that. I'm not sure who all her sponsors are or whether she's just got one, the one, but somebody at Nike will start paying attention when money's not being earned, you would think. Ooh. Oh, 4 likes. Yay. I'm gonna have to check out more of this Serena stuff, and maybe we can talk about it more or whatever. Or maybe it's been all hashed out. Maybe there'll be more comic skate stuff to talk about tomorrow. I'm sure there will be. ASMR is creepy. It's trending on my home page. Okay, what is ASMR? And while Chad is waiting to respond to me, I'm waiting for Chad to respond to me to what ASMR is. If you have yet to like the video and you've gotten this far, please hit that thumbs up, smash that like button, eh? Oh, and if you've yet to subscribe, why not? And if you're subscribed and you want to know when I'm doing more stuff, hit that bell. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Know when I'm putting up stuff. When I'm going live, hey. And remember to comment. It's when people whisper in the mic and think it's relaxing. Okay, that's whack. Anyways, share the video, man. Share the video. Uh, check out my other page. I got links to my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Facebook homepage, my Facebook group for Cross Comics, my Instagram, and of course, then there's my web page. So be sure to check all that out. And I can't think of anything else at the moment. No, I cannot. Do or do not. This is the question. Do or do not. It's not the question. Just do. There is no try. There is just do. I just got that completely wrong. That was an East Indian accent. Oh, hello to whomever has come in. Want to ask any questions? Go ahead. More than willing to converse. I did if you're looking at the description, I did the Bible reading. I've remastered a couple of my characters, but since it's live and my Chad's here, I figured I'd converse. Keep on till just converse for a bit. So if you want to type in the chat and converse, I'm more than willing to. Okay, they're gone. Too bad. Too bad for Chad. Okay, I guess then we will see everybody, hopefully everybody tomorrow. It's great chatting with Chad. Chatting with Chad. There's your channel, Chad. Chatting with Chad. Okay, God bless. Love everybody. Have a great, wonderful day. God bless.